Commit one. What's her? Reading too much into that. Are we online? Will it appears so. Your boy is look, I just wanted to stream, like, just flat out screw it, let's do it, let's stop quadruple guessing ourselves, go live. And the best excuse is, wait, what? There's a crossover with Final Fantasy 11? What? I didn't know. But yeah, once again, there's an event that I haven't touched and done. The storyline is still a little blurry for me because, you know, I haven't been able to keep up with this story. But if I remember Skull's storyline, it ties with the society. Beatrix got captured at one time. Skull blew up an entire hideout and lived to tell the tale. And the area was really fucking cold. I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna look into this real quick. What is this? What's going on? Okay. Distant world faces looming doom. Beckons faded souls from horizons unknown. The lone survivor of a war against the god. Huh? What kind of mail is it? Oh, I see. Okay. I'm sorry. I received some sort of message from a game that clearly shot itself dead. But we ain't gonna talk about that. A defender of dual futures, bound to a darkened tomorrow. A time traveler seeking to alter her world's end. If any hope of averting ruin yet exists, it may lie in these three travelers. You want to know what? It kind of sucks for me since it's Final Fantasy 11 or XI, yeah, XI 11. Never played 11, so it's like, oh, this is cool. I'm pretty sure some friends of mine probably pop off. I do remember this name, Shantoto. Shantoto? See. Okay. Clear special quest. So, okay, they're giving me just the usual stuff for that. I still say that's an interesting crossover. I wasn't ready, right? But we're not here for that. I'm here to try and do Freedom Sturge. I literally woke up and then just had the resolve of I really have not streamed in half a month, give or take. Finally get out of school, it's like, oh man, got the world in front of you, and I haven't done anything for it. I haven't even thought about trying to open up a stream. Kind of been hiding away more and more, and I'm just like, that's why the stream title is the title it is. This is literally to stop running from myself, to be honest. Oh god, that water tastes awful. You know that feeling of when you have tap water, but the tap water just don't taste right? Like, there are some places where the tap water is immaculate. Not at that place right now. It sucks. But anyway, Freedom's Dirge, I haven't done. I'm going to attempt to do, because I do have real life plans that's coming up. Not in the day, thankfully, in the night, but you know, be that way. Make sure I can hear some of the gameplay too. You know, it's kind of it's kind of weird. I know I play games where it's like, hey, maybe it's a little more recommended that I read back the words, but since I play granblue Fantasy, there's a lot more moments where, hey, we got voice acting going on, but it's all in Japanese, so I still don't understand it. But I'm studying it. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm going to try and incorporate like reading into these. Don't feel away if it's like not up to snuff, because I mean, hey, narrator voice ain't got a voice actor. Just as the Orajumuki outlaws leap toward to attack Skull, gunshots sound from behind some rocks nearby. You're fucking around. Well then. That's a yeehaw, alright. With their new cutting-edge weapons and precise teamwork, the gangsters launched themselves at Skull and Balurga. Unable to counter the onslaught, Skull and Balurga are in a tight spot, outnumbered and overwhelmed. Damn. It's literally always shit like this. It's like, yo, you have the opportunity to go ahead and take them out the game, and you don't. But you know, whatever.
どこへ連れてく気だ。
ああ、どこも何もよ。親父のどこに決まってっぺ。
あ？親父って？
おうどもよ。オラたちの新しい親父、ライログール様のことよ。
ふざけたこと抜かしや
New
がって。
Allfather?
あたいらにとって親父ってのは一人だけじゃねえのかよ。
What kind of... Why would there be a new Allfather? What? The old one got cloned.
キャン
You know,
や
whatever.
がますねえな。
We'll find out,
黙
maybe.
れ、この裏切り者が。
Yeah.
やべえ、このままじゃバレルガンがやられちまう。
This is quite a start.
こうなったら奥の手だ。ああ、ちょっと待ってけろ。スカル、おめマジかよ。
足りめえだよ。俺様はいつだってマジだぜ。いつかビッグになる男だからな。
You know, that's actually probably the best plan. When Skull begins to approach them, the men widen their eyes in fear, backing away.
ビビってんのかこら、この育児なしどもがよ。
そんなもん帽子出しやがって。危ねえから。
Skull blew himself up once before. I'm pretty sure he's down to do it again.
おい、スカルジュニア、今だ、バレルガンを。
Go, dog. Save me.
スカおめえ。
あとは天才の俺様に任せとけって。
Huh.
おっと、動くんじゃねえぞ。このダイナマイトが火を吹いても。
As he confidently closes in on the Odajumoki gang, Skull accidentally trips on a rock and falls to the ground. The dynamite flies out of his hand, making an arc in the air, and lands right into the arms of his assailants.
お、ナイスキャッチ。やるなてめえ。助かったぜ。
What the fuck, Skull?
パスパス。
ああ、しっかり持っとけよ。ってバカが返すわけやねえっちゃ。ひゃっはー、形勢逆転だな。おい。
あ、これはもしかして。
もしかしてもクソもねえ。
Yank.
ピンチそのものよ。
But it happens that way sometimes. You're about to beat his ass. A single man stands among the unmoving bodies of Oda Jumoki gang members littering the ground. Honestly, I can only assume that this is Stan. On a stormless night, countless stars shine brightly above the snowy mountains of North Vast.
あれは規制か、
That's not
はたま
Stan.
た強制か。
Oh. Now I'm intrigued. Now, like I said, I do not fully remember the storyline for Skull and this particular event. The Oda Jumoki gang is it's one of those ragtag group of people that literally talked about like what true freedom is, if I remember right. They were in the deep cold, like up north, as you can tell, snowy areas, and they just, you know, they raise hell, cause ruckus. So the society, so you know, Seta, Wasaraga, Beatrix. They had missions up here where they had to deal with, like, I believe they had to deal with primal beasts. I think it was one of wind and one of thunder. I'd have to be corrected on that because I'm not entirely, like I said, I don't entirely remember. But basically, Zeta and Vasaraga had a deeper understanding of each other as partners from one event. Another event, Beatrix got herself caught, kidnapped, and tied up. If you look that event back up, you can find great art of that. What other event occurred? And then there was the event where it introduced Skull, the person that you just saw in this intro. And Skull is, as he'll tell you, a Tensei, which is a genius. He's dumb as bricks, but he's a genius. And I'd always have liked that archetype. But Skull, basically, he's one of the folks that did leave the gang, and he blew up the old leader. There's a chance that hooded figure could be that old leader. I'm curious. Well, let's read the story thing. I haven't, well, I have done it, but I silently read, and I'm trying to get out of the habit because I read slow anyway. Zealots embodying the freedom to rampage gather to launch an attack on the skies. Cloaked in power, wealth, and fame, they unleash violence on other sky dwellers in an attempt to attain total dominance. Familial ties, betrayal, the past resurfaces as brave fighters step up to put a stop to the atrocity. They return to the land of ice and snow in order to claim the freedom that they believe in. Believe in victory. Yeah, it's like some new motherfucker. Will the voices of the brave reach the one they respect above all? I don't know. Will they? But regardless, I wonder if Dancho and the crew will be involved in this. That's the real question. The Republic of Adelva, located in the Nala Grande Skydom. It is capital of Graz Island. Its capital. Okay, I see it now. Its capital of Graz Island finds itself facing an insurrection of Harvins who seem to have arrived out of nowhere. What? Hey, it's a story with Kain in it.
Kain.
あの集団の一部は連中に感化されたイデルバの国民だ。できることなら傷つけたくない。
いい加減にしろ。奴らが平和的解決なんざ求めちゃいねえのは明らかだろうが。
いい加減にしろ。
それでもまだ交渉を試みるつもりか。
Why? Why? But why? But why? But why? But why? But why? But why? A group of armed Harvins standing in front of Kain's troops burst into a coarse laughter.
もともとイデルバは実力こそがものを言うって話でねえが。
The men continue to destroy the buildings in the area as if to prove their power.
おいこれ文句があんならかかってきやがれっつんだ。それとも何がおいたち教団シャマスにビビってんのか。
So it's the new person named Shamans.
奔放に暴れ回れる自由とともに We Shamas!
Just. uh, okay. Alright. Go off, I guess.
時間切れだ。世の中にはよ。欲望のまま暴れ回りてえだけの奴らもいるってこった。
分かってる。ただちょっと認めたくなかっただけだ。これ以上の被害は見過ごせない。ここで一気に鎮圧する。
With that, Kain instructs his soldiers to march forward and engage in battle against the believers of Shamu. Meanwhile, in the Fantagran wow, I haven't read in a while, I guess. The Holy Kingdom of Lumio also finds itself under attack from a large gathering of Shamu disciples. Really? Lumio? Like forever pure, forever righteous Lumio? Like Charlotta Lumio?
おめえらペットとして使えそうなやつば捕らえで親父さ捧げるぞ。これ以上貴様らの好きにはさせんぞ。全体進め。
Yo, war about to break out. Despite the absence of their captain, the Lumio Order of Holy Knights bravely meets the oncoming wave of Shamu believers. But with Shamu's state-of-the-art weapons and their sheer number of disciples, the battle proves to be a struggle for the Knights. Yeah, I mean, when you get more weapons, you get a little bold. So they got upgrades. And then there's Saber. X?
この斬撃はもしやシャルロッテ団長。
Updated art showing.
さあ陣形を整え、我がリュミエール聖騎士団の団結力で難局を乗り越えましょう。今こそ高らかに掲げま
Even
しょう。
Baltorda.
正しく高潔に。
I don't think this is what it's supposed to say. But I'm pretty sure they said forever pure, forever righteous. Charlotta is relieved to see the morale of her knights restored. Baltorda follows Charlotta's instructions and begins to guide the remaining townspeople to safety. Charlotta turns to the enemy and raises her sword high into the sky. Dang, why I ain't saying that?
どっかの菊田にいるって聞いてたもんでよ。まさか会えるとは思わなかった。おい、おめら、白馬落とすのは後だ。シャルロッテ団長ばいき
He
なり
said, fuck the castle. We want Saber. Oh no. Oh no. They said we shamas, and once again, I do not like the look in that person's eyes. They have the drool going down. They are crazed. The army of Shama's disciple all turn towards Charlotta and rush at her.
シャルロッテ団長、私もすぐにそちらに。いえ、自分のことは気にせず、避難誘導を進めるであります。理由はわからないでありますが、自分を狙うならば、この身をおとりとして時を稼ぐであります。
Charlotta engages the Shamus forces fearlessly, her stalwart blade keeping them at bay as she withdraws to the outskirts of town. That's a good plan. Falling for her strategy, the Shamus disciples follow Charlotta out of town. However, their number is difficult for the captain to keep up with.
この人数を相手にするには
Yeah, sheer numbers will do that to you.
シャルロッテ団長さんよ、観念しねえ。あれ、あれれ、
Was that Sebastian?
どこに行きやが。
That had to be Sebastian.
おい、あそこだ、火の上。お嬢様を付け狙うとは、全く困ったものですね。
ジーヤ、ありがとうであります。
Grand Butler.
無事で何よりでございますが、相手は狂気に満ちた者たちです。無茶はいけませんな。しかしながら今は非常時、致し方ないといったところでしょうか。
ジーヤ、彼らは一体何が目的でありますか？
今のところ分かっているのは、彼ら教団シャマスが各国で一斉放棄をした結果、多くの罪なき者たちが理由もなく傷つけられ